Another day, another meatball, Sean.
Another day, another meatball, baby!
How about that?
You didn't get to ask The Rock about meatballs.
I didn't get to ask The Rock anything.
Yeah, fair enough.
I didn't get to ask him a single damn thing.
Yeah. Okay, I haven't thought about how I'm gonna start this video.
We're
starting it.
We're
Sean,
in
this
it.
is the first video that we've done in person.
Oh,
Are you aware of that?
No.
Yes, it is, because I was thinking about it today and I was like, we started Zack Snyder on Zoom.
Right.
And we've never done anything else together.
I'm out of here. This is
So this is
unacceptable.
gonna be
It's very exciting then.
Yeah,
That's very
we're
cool.
chatting DC. So we
Yes.
did not get to go to the Hall H panel, but we have colleagues who went to the Hall H panel. We were busy at the DC press line, and we will have packages of those interviews coming to y'all next week.
Right, yeah, that's why we weren't in the hall. We were actually talking to the majority of the cast of Black Adam and Shazam. So that's
You
better.
were,
Isn't that
yeah.
better?
You were.
Well, you want to do the Marvel panel?
No.
You can do the line for that.
Okay, so let's talk about Shazam first.
Okay.
First thing I want to bring up that I'm sure our audience is going to be interested in as well. We get Zack Snyder's Justice League shots in the Shazam trailer.
Yeah,
we
was...
get the Flash,
Yeah.
and then we get Batfleck, obviously, and those are both specifically Zack Snyder shots,
Yes.
not shots from Joss Whedon. So, like, first question: what are we still DCEUing? Like, what is going on?
That's a great question. No, that is an excellent question. And it's something I thought of also, because then there's an Aquaman shot, and
Yeah.
it's James Wan's stuff. So that does imply that they're still existing in a larger universe.
Which is interesting for a trailer too, because like you don't need to do that theoretically. So it
No,
seems
but
intentional.
you know, the first Shazam...
Jeff, who's on our video team, has just interrupted our conversation to do this.
We have to start over.
No, we
Completely.
don't. I'm not starting over.
We have to
You guys,
start
this
over.
is like the
We're
last
sitting-
day of Comic-Con.
We're sitting in different locations. There's no continuity.
No, shut up. You're fine.
So it'll be like Justice League 2017.
Essentially, yes.
Well, we have 3 cameras. We can cut to it.
Can I blur my chin?
I'm sorry.
What were we talking about? We're talking about the presence of the Snyder
Yeah.
Cut people.
Are we DCE? Like, okay, yeah. So they don't. Okay, oh, I was saying, okay.
There's a giant
I feel like we
meatball.
should tell people that there is a giant meatball, and that also this is day 3 of Comic-Con. Sean and I have been trapped in the shooting suite doing interviews for like 3 days, so we apologize if we come off a little bit delirious.
Yes.
But anyway, like we were saying, so they don't have to use those shots in a trailer, right? So it
Right.
seems deliberate almost.
It does.
What do you think?
Well, but also the first Shazam movie that David Sandberg directed had a lot of intentional DCU type things. The Batarang
True.
that was included, and newspaper clips that talked about Superman.
Superman
So I
literally
think-
showing up.
Yeah, I think he.
Well,
Oh yeah,
not
right.
literally,
Yeah,
but-
without his head.
Yeah.
So I think David Sandberg actually enjoys being part of that
Sure.
larger universe, and doesn't, in a way we're going to talk about Black Adam, doesn't distance itself, you know, and try to be its own separate thing.
It does make me wonder about the Flash, though, because a lot of people were theorizing that the Flash would kind of open up this multiversal thing that would allow Warner Brothers to get away from like the old DCEU.
Sure.
But this doesn't seem to be trying to do that at all.
Well, and if we're gonna get really nerdy, like
Sure.
the Flash shot is a Snyder Cut
I
shot.
just said that, Sean.
I know you did, but like it's the blue lightning and it's
Yeah.
not the red
it's
sort
the
of
Speed
tint.
Force moment. Yeah.
Yeah. So they are specifically taken from Snyder's
yeah.
stuff. So this is why the idea of, no, I'm not even gonna, never forget it.
No, tell me.
No, I'm not gonna go down that road because I want to preserve my social media for the next
I
week
think
or two.
that's
But what I find really interesting
what I was gonna...
is that Billy is still enamored with that world.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I guess we are still DCEUing
It's a verb
until The Flash, if and when it comes out,
Mm-hmm.
spins everything in a top and sends it all different directions.
Yeah. Okay, well, so let's just go back a second. What was your first impression of the trailer? It's our first footage. I don't know if we said that.
It looked like they have more budget, which is great, because the first Flash was kind of not an indie
Shazam.
movie. Shazam, thank you.
Yep.
First Shazam was not like an indie movie, but not like a $200 million film.
Yeah, expectations were pretty low, I remember, when it first came out, which
Yeah.
was good, because then people were like, oh, it's not that bad.
Yeah, and it's like a charming, more like they
Yeah.
lean into the family aspect of it. And even this one, when I on the carpet, and you'll see in our interviews, when I was like, hey, it's second chapter, do you go a little bit darker? And they were very quick to be like, no, still family friendly. You know, we still have that sort of
Except Jack
humor
Dylan
and
Grazer
heart.
was, is that his name?
Jack Dylan
Grazer.
Grazer.
Glazer?
Grazer.
Okay.
Grazer. What did he say? I don't even remember.
He said, you were like, is it Empire Strikes Back? ish, and he was like, "Oh yeah, yep,
Oh,
yeah."
interesting.
And then he was like, "Can't say anything else." No, I'm not going to cut to that clip because we don't have time. But tease for next week.
Good. What did
Yeah.
you think of the footage?
I thought it was fine.
Did you not like Shazam?
Shazam's fine.
How do you feel about Zachary Levi in the role?
I like him a lot. He's very funny.
I like the idea of the extended Shazam family. I think including them more and exploring their powers is going to be great. I love the additions of the new character. Like Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu and Rachel Zegler.
I was going to say, Rachel Zegler's powers look really, really cool.
They do. And they really kept it under wraps of who she's even playing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind
They
of...
did announce it, what was that, like a couple months ago? A couple weeks ago?
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Mm-hmm.
She's a red hot property right now with West Side Story, and then she's going to be Snow White.
Yep.
And then I think she just got another big role, too, that came out of somewhere. I don't remember.
Yeah, Hunger Games.
Yes, thank you. That's
Pulled
good
that
one.
out of literally nowhere.
Nice.
But speaking of Helen
Outstanding.
Mirren, I thought it was funny when you were just talking to Zachary Levi about the moment in the trailer where he's talking about how he had watched all the Fast and Furious films, and you asked him, what'd you say? You were like,
I was like, wouldn't
he recognize her?
Helen Mirren from the Fast and Furious movies? And he was like, dude. He was like,
he
bruh.
goes, he was like, bruh.
Bruh. Bruh. She was whatever her character name is in that moment, and I was really fascinated.
Yeah.
But
he was like, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah, then he delivered his line. He's like, what I should have said was like, you resemble.
Yeah, he gave an alternate line. This is probably not interesting to anyone.
No, I think it is. They're gonna love it.
Yeah. Also, we get dragons, which seems to be a theme this Comic-Con.
Yeah, there's a lot of dragons going on here. House of the Dragons and Dungeons and Dragons.
And Shazam's got a dragon.
And the
Marvel's got to give us a dragon tonight.
I don't know if they're gonna do that. The dragon kind of reminded me a little bit of the Seven Deadly Sins, the way that they looked and the way that they formulated in the first movie. But I'm glad they're like up in the threat level. I mean, they have to have bigger set pieces. That's what the director kind of said too when we got him on the carpet. He was like, "This is bigger in scale. You know, they're a proven commodity now at this point, and
got to test them.
And they're going to be a December release. That's a pretty big deal.
Oh, it's December.
Yeah, Black Adam's October, and then Shazam is December, going up against a little movie you might have heard of called Avatar 2.
Nope, never heard of it.
No.
Anyway. So, okay, after seeing Shazam Fury of the Gods trailer, like, what's your excitement level for it? Like, where were you before versus now, I guess is my question.
I was like a 7 out of 10, and now I'd be like an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not like chomping at the bit for the next
I was like
Shazam.
5 out of 10, now I'm like 7 out of 10.
That's fair. For you, that's high.
What does that mean?
It means that like getting you engaged in new stuff is a challenge. Wow. You're a tough customer. That's it. You have high tastes.
Thank you.
Yes, your quality bar is high, is what I'm saying. Let's talk House of the Dragons.
HR, I'm calling HR.
Let's talk.
Let's talk Black Adam.
Oh, all right. Let's talk Black Adam.
I don't know why I'm like this.
Hiding your notes.
Yeah, it literally has 2 things on it.
It says Black Adam.
Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. What did you think of the trailer?
I think that they're putting a ton of money into this movie. Like,
It looks fantastic.
Yeah, it
I will
looks
say.
epic.
Yeah.
The action looks.
It's probably the
huge.
closest thing to like the visual style that a lot of the Zack Snyder fans love that we've seen so far from other DC movies.
Probably. My biggest concern with that was that it's just going to look like Dwayne Johnson in the movie kind of thing, right? Like, how is he going to distance himself from who he always plays kind of thing? But I thought in the most recent footage that he is now starting to look like his own sort of character. Like Black Adam is starting to establish himself as a personality. And one of the things that we talked about at length with the people on the carpet is that this is an origin story for the JSA as well too. And I think it's going to be a really important component of it. And you got to see a lot of them in action in this new trailer. So I thought that was cool.
Who looked coolest?
Cyclone, probably. Yeah, Cyclone looked great.
Yeah.
And she talked at length about her powers emanating from like dance styles on the carpet, which I thought was really cool. All these inspirations that she pulled from famous choreographers, and so to see it sort of personified looked really good, really great.
Yeah. So we didn't get to see the Amanda Waller portion of it all.
Right.
The stuff that's online is the same thing that we saw because again we were in the press line. But how do we think she's gonna tie in? For those who don't know, there was footage shown in Hall H of Amanda Waller, so we know that she is going to be present in the Black Adam movie in some way. How do you think that's gonna tie in?
I think that's a continuation of what you called the DCEU of it all. Like when Amanda Waller's daughter shows up in Peacemaker, you know, like there's a reason for that. They are connected in a
Yeah.
bit. They're way more loosely connected than the Marvel movies were probably during their first 3 phases. But having Amanda Waller present in Black Adam, that to me feels like something that's going to happen like towards the end.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think, if only because if so much of it is like establishing him and his origin, and then the JSA almost forming like in reaction to him.
Like, do you think Amanda Waller's the one who kind of tips off the JSA? Like, hey.
That would make sense because she's normally pulling the strings behind.
But that's Task Force.
All this stuff is happening. But maybe at the end we get some sort of a tease of the fact that she's putting together a squad to almost go after Black Adam, seeing the
The
powers.
Suicide Squad 2.
Could be. No, 3. 3?
I don't know how
Release
we're, I don't know
the
how we're labeling that. I'm not getting
You
into
should
it.
release the air cut is what I think they should do. Have we talked about that at all?
Like ever in life.
No, today. Like today.
Today, I don't think we have talked about
No,
that at all.
that's okay. We'll table it for
We
next
talked
time.
about it yesterday a lot.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Oh, with the Harley Quinn
Mhm.
people. Yeah.
Yes,
that's
we did.
exciting
That will
stuff.
also be coming on our channel.
But I love that Amanda Waller has become like this through line through
Yeah.
through the Peacemaker show, through Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that is, she's
through
like
this.
Nick Fury almost.
A little bit, yeah.
Mhm.
Good way to put it.
Yeah.
For you.
Now bring it home. Now land.
I know. I just
land
realized
this
I was like,
plane.
oh, I have to end this video.
Now
somehow.
land this plane.
I can't.
Come
I don't
on.
know how to fly planes,
You
Sean.
have a high bar.
That
of,
sounds
of
like a you
standards.
job. I introed us. You can.
All right. So, you know, it's interesting to me that DC initially was not going to come to the con. You know?
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah, they had no intention of coming until The Rock essentially said, like, it's Comic-Con, we have to be there.
Yeah.
But the one thing that they're concerned about is they have multiple conventions now before the movie even comes out. They're going to have fandom, and they're going to be at New York Comic Con.
Oh, yeah.
So it's almost to the point where like you don't want to oversaturate the audience.
Mhm.
So I'm going to be really curious, and we will continue to track
Yeah.
how DC handles that property without spoiling, you know, everything that's essentially in the
Yeah.
movie by presenting all these different types of footage. So I think we should continue to have these conversations.
I'm also like a less is more person.
Okay.
Like I want one trailer.
Yeah.
And like that's it.
Yeah.
And I don't even really like watching trailers, but that's kind of part of my job.
There's a lot of stuff out there for it right now, especially after the Comic-Con footage that they showed, and
Mhm.
some of that's online as well too. And then we'll have panel breakdowns for the other stuff that was shown. So keep it right here on CinemaBlend. Hit like and subscribe.
Wait.
Turn on your
Wait.
notifications.
Wait.
What?
Just real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Oh no. What? You meatballing me? What?
I'm not meatballing you right now. Did you think Henry Cavill was going to show up today?
No. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
No.
Yeah.
There's too many of these pipe dream hopes
Mhm.
that come out of no. There's no basis
Yeah.
for them.
Besides just fan
Yeah.
want, desire.
Yes, exactly. And
Also, like, here's the thing. If they were gonna do that, I'm sorry, but they would do that at Fandom, not at
Oh, yeah.
Comic-Con. Right?
Yes.
Like, just logically, like, regardless of the status of all that stuff, just like thinking about it from a marketing business standpoint, like
Right.
they're gonna save that for their own.
yes, 100%.
Just like Marvel tonight is probably not gonna give us a ton of stuff because they're gonna wait till D23, which is in a month.
Yes,
Ish.
correct.
Month? When is it?
September.
Ish, whatever.
What
Close
month
enough.
is this?
I don't know. What time is it?
It's July.
What day is it? Where
It's
are
July.
we?
No, I had like a 2% hope that
Mm.
there was some truth to that rumor, but
I would love a Man of Steel too.
Well, we all would. Everyone would, but I just don't see it happening.
Yeah.
So no,
Alright.
Henry deserves more, but I don't think it was going to happen today. So,
Fair enough.
maybe he'll be in the Flash. Land that plane.
So Ezra Miller, let's.
Cut. We're done.
How about this?
Are you meatball me right now, Sean?
Are you guys excited for the future of the DCEU? Are they DCEUing us to death? Let us know in the comments down below, and we'll talk to you guys
And
next
stay
week.
tuned for our press line stuff, which is coming next week.
Yay.
Bye.